I should stay out of trouble. You return. I hope it's with some purpose, not idle chatter. Vitus, you say? I wasn't expecting anything from the Red Church. Masks, gloves, plague supplies? And guidelines, too. He's certainly thorough, I'll give him that. I may not trust the Church's motives, but I won't deny the usefulness of these items. If nothing else, they'll help safeguard the court. Tell Brother Vitus I received the package, and tell him I'll remember this. Farewell. May your steps lead to better days for Connacht.
If I just stay put, everything will be okay. What brings you this way? Good. Anselm is not an easy man to sway, but with this gesture, we've planted the seeds of trust, and perhaps ambition. Here's your reward. Consider it a token of appreciation for your discretion. You've proven yourself quite resourceful. The tides of Connacht are shifting, and you've ensured they move in the right direction. Well done.
You need something?
We are the sanctified martyrs. You have returned. If you've come here because of the obscene tombs, let not thy flesh go. We are the sanctified martyrs.
Hello again. If you need anything specific, feel free to ask.
Damned red priests. You'd think they'd have bigger problems than a bit of questionable literature. They don't have to like it. but nobody's forcing them to read it either. Well, thanks for looking into it, for whatever it's worth. One more thing. I can see you're alright, and I hope I can trust you. We need to talk. No this time. I'm not in the mood to even joke about that. This time, it's serious. A matter of life and death, you could say. There's a stone tablet in Lord Devaine's manor, a Delrida relic, and I need you to get it for me. The tablet was made by the Theud tribe and given to House Tarion as a token of friendship between the Delrida and the people of Cunacht. It's cursed, I suppose. Look, I'm no Theud. I don't pretend to understand their magic. But I do know the tablet causes nightmares. The thicker the weirdness, the worse they get. And, well, we all know what happened to Lady Maeve. If that tablet killed her, it can't stay in the manor. Ask any Ulf, and they'll tell you the whole Theud tribe isn't honourable. Just because they use magic. They'll also call the Volker a bunch of raving lunatics. But while I don't put much stock in prejudice, it does feel wrong. Maybe it should, but it's also history. If the Stone Wardens are right, this tablet is one of the oldest examples of Theud craftsmanship. A piece of Delrida magic that survived on Avalon for centuries. Still, if it comes down to it, if it's a choice between taking it or leaving it behind to do more harm, destroy it. I'll deal with the Stone Wardens afterwards. Aye, if I'd known I would have said something, but I didn't. No until the Stone Wardens reached out to me a while ago, asking if I could petition Lord Devaine to return the tablet to the Delrida. I own a bookshop. I don't exactly have the social standing to march into Yvain's manor and demand a handover an ancient artifact, do ya? You know, I was just going to ask you to talk to Anselm for me. But if breaking in is what you prefer, I'll only stop you. Just try not to get caught, alright? That would be embarrassing for both of us.
Always a pleasure to see you.
I should stay out of trouble. You've come back. Let's hear what needs addressing. Are you now? My, have the paraphernalia of the Dalriata suddenly become fashionable while I wasn't looking? That tablet seems to be gaining in popularity by the day. I told Varel the price, 2,000, and that's final. Oh, please. That tablet has been here for ages, and only now it's cursed. What happened to Lady Maeve was tragic, of course, but I highly doubt it had anything to do with some dusty Dalriata artifact. For someone supposedly well-read, Varel could have come up with a better excuse. Who do you think I am? I cannot be bribed, and certainly not with that kind of money. Truly? Well, I suppose there's no accounting for taste. Still, Better you than Dalriata. She put us in a terrible position, you know. She came here and demanded we hand over part of our treasury, just because it was once theirs, as if we could afford to show any more weakness. Take the tablet, do whatever you wish with it. I never want to hear about it again.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Hello again. If you need anything specific, feel free to ask.
Aye, it would be. Delrida know how to work stone in the most intricate way, but we're also quite fond of grandiosity. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you not to part with it just yet. The stone wardens are waiting for it, and I can't really be seen lugging it around. And you're very strong. You can handle it with no problem. Here's the reward I promised. And I'm sure Kvor will have a little extra something for you too. Give me your map, and I'll mark their camp.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Looking for shelter, traveler? You're welcome to join us, unless you're worried a big bad Dalrita might eat you for breakfast. No, not every Dalrita you meet outside the Forlorn Swords follows that runt. They've always kept peace with the people of Kurnacht. Yvain still honors the old treaties. But with those Camelot dogs milling about, it's not as safe here for us as it once was. Better to stay out of sight. Oh, and you've met all of us, have you? They're a friendly Dalrida, just like they're a non-reader who aren't so small-minded. Or so I hope. A gift? Ah, I see. And you lugged that thing all the way from Kurnacht? For that alone, you have my respect. Now, let's take a look. Ah, so that's what happened. The stone chipped, and the meaning of the runes changed. Sweet dreams turned into living nightmares. This is why I don't trust magic. The simplest, stupidest thing can end up killing you. Well, there is now, but no, I don't think it started as one. I don't know the runes well enough to be certain. so I'll have to ask the Thoyd brothers for details. But it looks more like a blessing than a curse. At least now they can rest easy, knowing their tribe hasn't done something so dishonorable. Aye, and I'd say because of cracks between people too. If we hadn't strayed so far from one another, maybe all of this could have been avoided. Then again, maybe not. Maybe fate makes no mistakes. I suppose we'll never know. But you're not here to listen to a blacksmith getting maudlin. Here, this is for your trouble. May your burdens be lighter to carry from now on.
All right, then. If Kvar gave his word, I've got no reason to doubt it. So, hello there. I am Ukko from the Ulfa tribe. If you want to trade, just shout.
Kvor's got too soft a heart. Funny, considering it's made of weird steel. Here, have some stew. But if you want anything else, you'll have to earn it. Aye, you wouldn't guess it, but the big lump's a hopeless romantic. Soon as he met that man of his, he was ready to light the forge. Good thing Halvor's got more sense than he does. They're a good pair, and they never forget the forge comes first. As it should. Aye, it's brotherhood, not charity. You take some, you give some, and we all share in the work. We look after our own, sure, but we've no use for hangers-on. Name's Heiko, Stone Warden, born of the Thud tribe. I keep this sorry lot from starving on the road. Before you ask how come I'm from Thud, since most Stone Wardens are from Ulfar, and since our tribes hate each other's guts. Aye, they do. But me and my Ulfar brothers learned to make peace. For the craft's sake, you know. Singing weird steel. That's the highest honor there is. Always felt like there's a bit of magic in it. That's what pulled me in to begin with. I don't talk about that too much though. Kvor and the others get all grumbly. It's between me and the steel. If you're up for it, I've been thinking. You any good at baking? I only ask because, if you are, then you know. It's not the same as cooking. With cooking, you need taste buds and a basic sense of ingredients. But baking takes precision. It's closer to alchemy, really. And since I can't exactly dabble in alchemy, I stick with baking. Cooking and baking are noble crafts, harmless enough not to make the forge jealous. But alchemy, that's a different beast. It takes focus, sometimes full-on devotion. And the forge, well, she doesn't like to share. Good thing to keep in mind, if you're ever thinking about serious smithing. Aye, a man can have a dozen lovers, but only one craft he's truly bound to. Try forging with your head full of some other work, and she'll burn you for it. No question. Aye, I'm getting there. See, some of the Thud alchemists use ingredients from the weirdness in their potions, and I thought, why not try something similar, but in the form of baked goods? Maybe if we sprinkle the weirdness into food, it'll help us build up a resistance to the fog. But I need someone to gather a few things. Ether bloom, a handful of ethereal cobwebs, and some butter. I'm all out of that. Got plenty of flour, though. Perfect. I'll even let you have a taste of the first batch. Now, do you need anything else? I need to keep an eye on the stew. Do you have them? Ah, Perfect. Now, this'll take a bit. I need to blend the ether bloom into the butter first. Then, mix it all. And done. They smell amazing. Here, take a few. For your trouble. Let me know what you think. Until next time. Busy? But I've got a moment. What is it? Whew! I really need to tweak the recipe. Couldn't even lift my hammer afterward. Still, not bad. I'm pretty sure I could also add something else for more flavor. No, not entirely. Creating something to share. That's part of the rite of passage for a Thewed alchemist. And sharing what you make, that's the spirit of baking. You can make the best pie in the world, but eating it alone, that's just sad. Like I said, baking is alchemy for those of us who can't go too deep into the craft. And now, thanks to you, I've proved it.
Nice to see you. Oh, hello.
You did it. My day has been returned to me. I owe you a huge debt, and I'm not quite sure how I can repay it. You've saved my very existence. Well, half of it at least. I can't let such a gesture go unnoticed. Please accept this.
I just stay put, everything will be okay.
I wasn't expecting company. Ah, what a delight it is to see you walking on your own. Ah, such inconspicuous little things. Did you know that cleansing them in the weirdness-repelling fire reveals their true nature? They may still appear to be mere banalities, and yet they become more. To think, you ventured into the weirdness and returned unscathed. All to retrieve a few items for me, as if it were nothing. Oh, you've become a true marvel. Ah, yes, of course. Now that you've proven the success of what was done to you, some things have become clearer to me. You see, from all the documents I've read and the research notes I've studied, I always believed that the way your treatment was conducted was for the greater good. It was meant to be the key to curing the Red Death. But now, I'm not so sure that the people who orchestrated your stay with us had the same goal in mind. Of sorts. I hope you'll forgive my little ruse, but I needed some answers myself. And you've delivered them in a most satisfactory manner. Not that I expected anything less of you. I don't think so. From everything I've seen, you were just supposed to be ordinary Avalon rabble, but with the potential to become something more. I don't have all the details about your case, especially concerning the Red Death, but something must have been done right, since you're not infected now. Sadly, the research was never completed. Now, I know we've never had that kind of relationship, but would you perhaps be willing to lie down and let me rummage a bit? Well, you can't begrudge me for trying. From what I understand, your natural affinity for the weirdness was enhanced. You see, centuries of living on this island have led to more and more people developing a certain tolerance for it. Sometimes that tolerance can evolve into agreeability. It does, however, take time, so you were given a push. As for the exact methods, well, I'll spare you the gory details. Besides, at this point, you know the results better than I do. Speaking of which, would you mind sharing the details of your current state? Ah, I can't say I don't understand. I respect your choice, of course. And I sincerely hope you live a long and happy life. But if any accident were to befall you, I would be immensely grateful if you chose to donate your body for further examination. Abhorrent. I was made to believe that by studying the weirdness and its application, we might be able to find a cure for the Red Death. We have suffered failure after failure, and now you're telling me it was by design. That curing the plague was never the goal. I am not sure where to go from here. You have indeed given me a lot to think about. Farewell for now. I'll be watching with great interest, as always.
Don't worry. Now we can forget all about it. Because you finally came back to me.
Your money or your life. Your money or your life. This is my lucky day.
One warning is all you get.
I didn't sign up for this.
Well, if you want to buy eggs, go talk to the missus. Though consider yourself warned. You eat them at your own peril. No need to worry. Yeah, the missus told me to say that to anyone asking after the eggs. Or grains, or veggies, or anything, really. So they know not to come crying if they find ears growing in unmentionable places. Not that it happens very often. Just, you know, what you see is what you get. Nothing wrong. Well, not at the moment. We'll see how the next crop comes in. It's been a bit hit and miss lately. The wheat was a nice surprise because, you know, it's the wrong season, and we were worried about the glowing. But it turned out to be perfectly good wheat. On the other hand, the turnips were not so good. We fed them to the pig as we always do, and it turned her inside out. Poor thing, eh? Maybe it's time to move the plots within the range of the weirdness repellents again. Aye, that we do. It was getting into the crops one way or the other, so why not use it, you know? You see, with the weirdness, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. But the good has saved us from starving to death. I ate potatoes that looked like pig hearts and carrots that tasted like what standing in a field in the middle of the night feels like. All perfectly nice food. I say, it's better to have a meal that's a tiny bit different than what you're used to, than not to have one at all. And make my missus a widow? Pah! The whole area's full of monsters, and they sure ain't edible. We tried that once, and, well, let's just say we never tried it again. I see. You're with those Camelotties? We've already told your lot. We ain't going anywhere. If we die here, then so be it. And I ain't talking about it no more, so don't even try. Aye, it may be. But it's not like we got a long stretch to live, the missus and I. We didn't want to just lie down and wait for death. And I bet we ain't the only ones. What else are folks to do in this blasted weather? All ready for winter, but winter won't come. And if winter won't come, neither will spring. The last normal harvest came and went ages ago. I'm telling you, if not for the weirdness, we'd all be dead by now.
Oh! Really? Well, if this can put Beor back on his feet... Beor, your wound, it changed.
What? What happened? I don't remember much. There was a cave. And a girl? She touched me. I came back and dreamt. Then there's only darkness.
That's right. And what did I always tell you about chasing after women, huh? She stole your heart, literally. You're lucky this one showed up. Otherwise, I never would have guessed you fell in love with a weird beast. Better take this to your grave if you don't want to become a laughingstock. You're so smart, and yet so stupid, eh? Well, get up now, whelp. Enough lazing about. You can take it easy today, but tomorrow you're back in the forge first thing in the morning. You've got a lot to catch up on.
I'm sorry.
And you, thank you. I'd thank the All-Mother for sending you at the last minute, but I don't want to owe her a thing. So, I'm thanking you. Finally, we can get back to work. I missed it. If you ever need a smith, you can come to me. All right, back to work.
Yes? Well, well. Kestrel the Piercer. We've been after her for a long time, and many of our soldiers have fallen to her arrows. She believed she was dispensing justice to the wicked, though her favorite crime to punish seemed to be simply having a few coins in one's purse. Well, I won't miss her. You managed to defeat Sindemar the Firebringer. Congratulations. Long ago, when Sindemar wasn't Sindemar and wasn't bringing anything, he was just a common townsman, deeply devoted to the All-Mother. At least, that's what everyone thought. Secretly, he was studying forbidden fire-summoning magic. Eventually, he stopped hiding it. You can imagine the havoc. Personally, I'd take 100 Furkets over one Sindemar any day. It's a good thing you managed to stop him.
I'll await your return.